Imagine a small-town zoo, well-kept, a true paradise for the animals that live there. Among the many species you would find cunning foxes, playful marmosets, calm anteaters, mysterious hyenas, colorful macaws that adorn the sky with their vibrant wings, and even majestic peacocks that parade with their tails spread like fans. The environment was calm, serene, and perfect for wildlife to flourish. Among this diversity of fauna, in the heart of this paradise, lived 5 monkeys in a spacious cage. They had everything they needed: plenty of food, clean and fresh water, and plenty of space for their many games. They were always happy, interacting with each other, living what, to them, seemed to be the closest thing possible to paradise on earth. The monkeys were having fun all day long. Nothing seemed to bother them. They lived in harmony, sharing laughter and games, jumping from one corner to another, without any worries. Life was really good. Until one day, something curious happened. The researchers, who had been closely observing the animals' behavior, decided to do a different experiment, something that would completely change the dynamics in the cage. Right in the center of the cage, they placed a ladder, and at the top of the ladder, something irresistible: a bunch of bananas. They weren't just any bananas. They were ripe, fragrant, perfect fruits. For the monkeys, the sight was simply tempting. Even in the midst of their play, they couldn't take their eyes off those bananas. They were there, within reach, but something made them hesitate. The monkeys were attracted to the idea of climbing the ladder and getting a banana. After all, who wouldn't want to taste those juicy fruits? But there was one detail they didn't know. Every time a monkey dared to take the first step and start climbing the ladder, something unexpected happened. The observers outside the cage threw jets of cold water directly at the other monkeys, those who weren't trying to climb. The result was immediate. The monkey that tried to get the bananas was punished, not by the observers, but by the group itself. Irritated by being wet for no apparent reason, the other monkeys shouted, scolded, and attacked him, making it clear that he shouldn't try that anymore. Over time, the message became clear to everyone. If anyone tried to get the bananas, everyone would suffer the consequence. So the monkeys began to avoid the ladder altogether. Temptation was still there. The fear of punishment was greater. None of them dared to climb it anymore, even though they knew the bananas were still there. The invisible rule had been established. Touching the ladder meant trouble. Over time, the ladder became just another object in the cage, ignored by most, while the bananas, so desired, remained out of reach. Sometime later, the researchers replaced one of the veteran monkeys with a newcomer, a monkey who had never had that experience. As soon as he arrived, the new member noticed the ladder and, of course, the bananas at the top. Without understanding what was happening, he did what seemed natural. He tried to climb up to get a banana. But just like before, he was immediately attacked by the other monkeys. They shouted at him, attacked him, and prevented him from continuing. The curious thing is that this new monkey, like the others that would follow, never received the water jets. He didn't know about the punishment. Even so, he followed the rule imposed by the group without question. Over time, all 5 original monkeys were replaced by newcomers, and none of them really knew why climbing the ladder was forbidden. They simply followed the established rule: if you climb, you'll get a beating. One day, one of the newcomers, more curious than the others, decided to ask, "Why can't we climb the ladder and get the bananas?" The other monkeys looked at each other, surprised by the question. No one knew the answer. But, almost in unison, they answered, "We don't know, but it's always been like this here. If you climb, you'll get hit." And so, without any logical explanation, the rule remained. Fear of the unknown, social pressure, all contributed to the situation remaining the same. And this story, which may seem simple, is a profound lesson. How many times in our own lives do we follow rules, traditions, or behaviors without ever questioning why we do what we do? How many times do we accept the status quo just because it's always been that way? Fear of questioning or the pressure to follow the group often prevents us from exploring new opportunities, from reaching new horizons. Life sometimes offers us many bananas at our fingertips, but we remain paralyzed by rules that we never question. Maybe it's time to stop, reflect, and who knows, challenge what seems to be an insurmountable barrier. If you like this story and the reflection it brings, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Leave your comment below. What rule have you accepted without questioning? And what do you think is at the top of your ladder, waiting to be conquered?